Sliding into your screen is not just any coffee can, it's a Roastar coffee can. Don't need thousands, personalize just one in Roastar's Design Lab. No design experience needed. Choose a pattern, add your logo and text, or create something memorable with AI. Being made in the Midwest, you can expect it on your doorstep in no time. Now that was smooth.
Hey everyone, good morning, and welcome to the Coffee People Podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Woldt. I recently spent a long weekend in Houston, Texas at the Specialty Coffee Association Expo. I had lots of coffee there. It's an annual convention that draws guests from all over the world, and our presenting sponsors at Roastar invited me to join them in their convention floor booth. My collaborator on Nick and Ryan Drink Coffee, Nick Schmidt, curated some excellent interviewees to help us launch Season 14. Yes, you heard that right. Season 14. I honestly don't believe it either. If you're watching this show on Apple, Spotify, or one of the other big podcasting sites, thank you. And know that you can see all of our SCA interviews on our YouTube channel at Roast West Coast Podcasts. That link is in the bio, and we dropped all of those shows at once. If you're watching there on YouTube already, thank you so much. We are trying to grow that channel. The link to our newsletter, roastwestcoast.com, and to roastar.com, and to the websites of our special show guests at SCA can be found in the notes wherever you're watching or listening to this episode. It's probably right there below. Thanks for clicking through those. It actually helps us know if people are listening and paying attention. And now, I hope that you, like me, have a dang good cup of coffee at the ready, because it's time for another Coffee People Podcast. Well, Brandon, yes. Would you mind telling our Coffee People audience what your name is, what the name of your company is, where you're at, and what you do there?
Sure. So my name is Brandon. I am a caffeinated human of 787 Coffee. That's what I do. 787 Coffee is a from farm to cup coffee experience. Very, very proud of what we do. The team, the humans around the brand. We were born as farmers. We are coffee farmers. That's what we are. That's what we do. We bought a coffee farm in Puerto Rico, in Maricao, Puerto Rico. It's about a 2-hour drive from San Juan. Yeah. And it's some of the most beautiful mountains in the island. And we started growing coffee. That's what we love. That's what we believe in. We believe it's a gift from Earth. And we started as farmers, growing everything from farming, and it's fascinating. It was the complicated issue with it being a farmer in the U.S. as Puerto Rico is a part of the U.S. It's how do we sell our coffee beans, because everyone's buying less expensive coffee from different parts of the world. We import. Right. We're importers. 99% of the coffee we consume in America comes from a different country. So what Sam and I, my co-founder and I, we decided to do is to travel the world and learn as much as we possibly could from specialty coffee, and see how we could actually incorporate that into the U.S. So we went all the way from Rwanda, all the way to Guatemala to learn coffee methods, and how do we apply that into Hacienda Iluminada, our coffee farm right here. And so we started growing coffee, learning coffee, planting coffee, bringing sustainability into the coffee process, using our springs to water our coffee, obsessed with coffee, in love with coffee. It's fascinating when you plant that little seed and then you wait 3 years and then you see the plant grow and then you see the cherries that are coming up, and hand picking and processing and learning so many different aspects of coffee. It's been a fascinating journey. This happened in 2014. From there, we started getting calls from our friends. When are we trying your coffee? When are we trying your coffee? And we would be like, well, never. We're trying to sell to the Scandinavian audience.
Oh, our that's interesting.
Yeah, because they love consistent coffee. Yeah. And they love specialty coffee. And we thought we were never going to be able to compete with Colombian or Brazilian coffee in the U.S. But we one day decided to open a roaster. And we built a roaster within the farm. And
thank you.
And there you go, an Americano for you. You're now a caffeinated human of Puerto Rico, yay!
Yeah.
So, we built a roaster. It was fun. We did it, and then we started learning the art of roasting. So we said, it's a whole process, as you know, right?
Yeah.
What roaster are we buying? So we wanted to stay true to the origin, so we ended up going with the San Franciscan because it's made in the US. So we're like, we're coffee from the US, let's support companies from the US. So we ended up buying a San Franciscan, developing our own profile, which was very, very difficult for us. We had no experience in roasting, and the temperature in Maricao varies, as it's very, very hot and humid, tropical, but very, very cold at night. So building our own profile with our own Puerto Rican beans was definitely complex. We did. And we started growing. 2017, we opened a coffee shop in Maricao. We opened 3 pop-ups in New York City, which is where I live. A store within a store, very small little booths. It was going great. We were very happy. We thought we found our niche. We're happy. This is what we do. My co-founder is an airplane pilot. I had an advertising agency. He started dropping all his flights. I started selling my advertising agency, focusing 100% in coffee. And then one day, we got hit by Hurricane Maria.
Yeah.
We lost 97% of our coffee farm.
Wow.
We closed all of our shops, and back to the beginning and back to the roots and trying to figure out how to make it work.
That's nuts. 2 things that you said so far that really stood out to me is, one, Puerto Rico is part of the U.S. I remember landing in Puerto Rico and hearing them say welcome home and thinking, oh yeah, that's right. Like, because it just wasn't something I was thinking at the time when I was on my flight. And then this hurricane, but you're dealing with 2 totally different things than a traditional coffee farmer. Obviously weather everyone deals with, but also you're dealing with an American labor force and American labor expenses and costs, so it changes the entire dynamics of your business. So
100%.
So Maria, after hits, devastating, then what?
After Hurricane Maria, we became real.
Yeah. Did you think about quitting?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Imagine, we know this as a 401k. We work all of our lives so that our company matches our 401k, so we have a retirement, right?
Right.
So Hacienda Iluminada 787 Coffee, for me, was my retirement. This is my path to my future. I invested everything I had, every single penny, and my time and my energy into the farm. Yeah. I traveled every single place in the world to learn coffee so that I can bring value to Puerto Rico and bring Puerto Rican coffee to the world. Puerto Rico used to be the 6th top producing coffee country in the world. The Vatican used to only buy coffee from Puerto Rico. Kings and queens from Spain would only order from Puerto Rico. And this is the past. So I said, what do we do in the future to take it back to those, to the origin? Mm-hmm. So of course I thought about quitting. Yeah. Within 4 hours, I lost everything I had ever worked with my advertising agency, with my 401k. I was left with a few $1,000s in my bank account. I ended up giving up my apartment in New York City, moving to New Jersey, selling my car, terminating every single working relationship I had except one, which she's right there. And because she was willing to stay for almost nothing. She said, I believe in the vision. I want to stay. I know we're going to come up again. And we started doing guerrilla marketing. Like I would be sleeping in my house. I wasn't going in through one of the worst times I've had in my life. Yeah. It was very tough for me.
I would think, so you got to recover and you decide to do that. You decide to push forward. But emotionally, how are you managing? I mean, I've lost a business. I know how hard that is to just be like, no, today I'm going to get up and put on a positive face and move forward. You know, what were you doing for yourself, if anything? Because I think it's a myth that there's a myth about startups that there's this work-life balance. It's not real.
I don't know, of course not. I think having a great support system. Yeah. The humans in our lives, including my mother, my sister, my significant other, my coworkers, my friends, they're there. Like Muriel, for example, she would go pick me up on a Saturday morning at 5 in the morning, knock on my door and say, we're going on a street fair and we're going to sell our cold brew and we have to make some money somehow. This is what really keeps you going. People believe in you and they believe in the vision. We got a phone call from Tony, one of our farmers in Maricao. He lost his house weeks after the hurricane with a newborn baby because the mountain collapsed on the house. Not because of the hurricane that day, but after. And when he called and said, hey B, what are we going to do? Like, not only I don't have a job and a house, but my brain is going wild. I'm going to very dark places in my life. I need somewhere to go. I need a job. When are you reopening? And that really gave us purpose. So through loans and perspective, we started all over again. But yes, it was difficult. And support system is what really gave us the drive and the will. But we were reborn in a very good way. 787 became a real company. One of our mantras was born that day, which is for humans by humans. Before it was a company, Ryan, before we were thinking about profits and opening coffee shops. When that happened and we realized we had humans that believed in us, it became, I don't want to say family because it's so niche and it's not real. They're not blood.
No, but it is.
Yes, exactly. They cared. We were eating lunch on the floor, like sitting literally on grass, thinking, okay, so how do we do this again when we have only such amount of money?
Yeah.
When our payroll, this is how much it costs. What are we going to do? And people saying, I'm going to go. I volunteer. I want to help. The whole community of Maricao, the mayor of Maricao, saying, I'll send you all my tractors to kind of clean the roads and help you guys continue to employ people. That's all I need from you. Continue to give hope to people because they believe in you. And then this is where the magic really happened. And I hated it at that time. I hated it. I cannot find any other word. It was devastating. I didn't want to spend New Year's in Puerto Rico. I didn't want to. I fell out of love with Puerto Rico at that point. It was tough. But when 2020 happened, when COVID happened, I was grateful I had Maria.
Yeah.
And this is a time where I went back and said, wow, life, the universe, God gave me a bachelor's degree before COVID came. Because at that time I was thinking as a small little company. I had savings, I had cash. I started small. I didn't put any branding on anything. Like I saw the real value of cash. Before, again, it was a business, so we wanted our logo and napkins. Oh, so important. We must have our logo and napkins. And then after everything, we're like, that's irrelevant. People come here because they believe in the brand, because it's passionate, because it's an extension of them, because it's Puerto Rico, because it's Latino, because it's you and I, because it's the community. And then we're like, fuck the logos. The only thing we're going to have branded is our cups. Everything else, it's going to be generic. We're going to save as much as we possibly can. What if another hurricane comes? And then we started working with Mexico to bring we have infusions, so our tequila infused and our mezcal infused, we're Mexican now. Our cold brew was Colombian now, so we were trying to get ready so we didn't have to close coffee shops. We started developing more relationships with coffee farms from the Americas so we can help the Americas and help the Latino community. Let's build relationships with Mexico. Let's build relationships with Colombia. Let's build amazing relationships with Panama. So Guatemala, we've had amazing relationships there. So we can have like a different and special week for Guatemalan coffee, and we're ready for whatever could happen. I mean, we lost a lot of money. We lost our coffee shops. We had to terminate working relationships. We want to be ready. We want to learn and be ready for what may happen in the future.
You came back from a place of scarcity, and that scarcity mindset of how do we hustle when there's nothing to hustle,
right?
And everyone is going through something, but you are providing stability for people in their lives. A cup of coffee is stability, right?
Yes.
Every day. I don't want to get too far off the map. You mentioned you lived in New York. I live in New York. I live in both places. New Jersey must have been a little bit tough for you. Just no offense to New Jersey.
We love New Jersey.
We love New Jersey. Wonderful.
We're opening in New Jersey now. Yay! In that place where we moved, we're actually opening there. As a gratefulness, as thank you.
I mentioned it to you off the air, but there's that joke in Elf about the world's best coffee in New York. I see so many signs when I'm in New York, the best coffee, and I feel like I can't trust them. How does New York come around and say, hey, we have great stuff, we got great coffee, we got great coffee people? How do they bring that back without diluting it because it's just so much?
Right. The best coffee. Such a tough definition, right? I mean, it is the best if you think it's the best. That's the way I define it. I've had conversations with very, very, very knowledgeable coffee people, and they come to New York and then they usually mention the name of a coffee shop. Oh, they have great coffee, they tell me. And I say, okay, why? Can you tell me why it's great coffee? What makes them great coffee? Well, they give you the coffee in a little box, a little wood. With water. Great. And then it's roasted in Scandinavia and Denmark, I believe. Okay, but what's the origin? Because Denmark doesn't grow coffee. So what's the origin? Okay, so it's Colombian. Okay, so Colombia goes through Denmark, roasted in Denmark to get on a boat to go to humidity changes to come to New York. And it's stored in New York for so many weeks, but because it has beautiful latte art, and it comes in a boxed, very nice container, it's great coffee. Well, if that's what you determine as great coffee, then it's great coffee. I believe New York has really, really, really good coffee. I do. I believe we have very passionate people. I believe we have vibrant people, and I think coffee has to do with the personality of the humans that serve coffee. What I believe for me, for 787, is the fact that we own the whole vertical process. We got rid of the distributors. We don't believe in distributors. I don't work with roasters. We don't work with roasters. We believe that the relationship between a farmer and the coffee shop should be direct. I don't need someone to translate for me. There's Google Translate if I need a translator. I don't need anyone to translate for me. I want to go to Mexico and get to know an amazing farmer that is identical to what we do, micro lots, of people that actually care, of people that actually use a machete to cut instead of weed killers. I want to be able to connect and want to be able to see that farmers respect earth, because it's what's giving us the gift of coffee. So for me, good coffee, for me, it's anyone that respects sustainability, our country, our planet, the natural resources, even if it costs more. So to me, that's good coffee, because that's how I started as a farmer. We are farmers before we are baristas. And then the roasting process as well. If I see really dark, to me, you're trying to imitate the mermaid, the green mermaid. That's not who we are. We like light, we like medium. We want you to enjoy single origin. We want you to enjoy notes. We want you to enjoy the taste and the energy and the more caffeine that a light or medium roast will give you. To me, that's good coffee. To me, good coffee is the barista that's there greeting you, making you feel a part of the connection. If you are not a part of that look in the eye of greeting, of saying hello, of saying thank you, then we've missed everything else. Water is really important. We work with the best filters to add components and minerals to the water, because 95% of our drink is water. So if we have good quality water and we're actually respecting your body and your health, then it's good. I don't like syrups. So what we do at 787 is we make our own sauces, so we are not giving you corn syrup. It's such a hypocrisy that we take care of the environment with our farm, but then we have all this sorts of ugly plastic and all this syrup. So good coffee goes a long way. For 787, it's sustainability, eco-friendliness. If my mom cannot have it, you shouldn't have it either. So everything.
That's a good policy. If mom can't have it, nobody gets it.
No, I don't want to go and get a 700 calorie drink with corn syrup and chemicals. That's not ideal to me. And like I tell people when, like, sometimes they look at the back and they say, well, how much is it? And we give them the price. Oh, it's expensive. What I always tell my coworkers, it is expensive for them. Yeah. It is expensive for them. If they cannot buy, or they think 787 is expensive, it is expensive for them. And then we refer them to a Dunkin' Donuts or to someone else that will sell them imported coffee with chemicals from somewhere else. It's okay, it's not for everyone. We have a farm in the US where we have to pay at least federal minimum wage, at least, which no one will work for federal minimum wage, where someone else is paying $5 a day. We have to pay $10, $15 an hour and motivate and train and fly drones and try to keep the generation in Puerto Rico excited to continue to work there. I mean, we're here at the SCA, right? You're gonna go to the booth and you're gonna see our farmers. We are farmers today. All of us are farmers. You're gonna see all of us wearing the hats we wear in the farm, the vests we wear in the farm. We are representing what we do, because we are coffee farmers before we are anything else. And the leader of the farm is here. His name's Angel. And that's the only way we continue to evolve as a farm and as a coffee company, by allowing our farmers to come to SCA. It's not just cool to have the prettiest people in a booth. No, bring everyone. The roots of the company.
That's why I'm here.
Yes, sir.
I don't have the prettiest people in the booth.
No, come on. So yeah. That's a lot of passion. That's the best coffee.
I mean, that's what I'm getting from you, is just the passion and emotion. It's hard not to get caught up in it, to be honest with you. 787, what does that mean? Where did that number come from?
787 is the area code of Puerto Rico.
Okay.
So we wanted to find a way to tell people it's a Puerto Rican coffee company without saying Puerto Rico. If you're from Puerto Rico, you know it's 787, you know what it is. If you're an airplane pilot, you think it's a plane, 787, that's okay too. And if you're just a coffee aficionado, it's easy to remember. It's a great branding strategy. It's great for Google because it says the word coffee, so it works in every aspect. We are a Puerto Rican coffee company. That's what we are. We are 12 different nationalities working for a Puerto Rican company, and we're very happy to support coffees from the Americas now, Colombia and Mexico right now, hopefully Panama very soon. Everything we do is Latino. That's what we do. That's how we started. They ask me a lot of times, do you sell croissants? And I said, my name's not Francois. My name is not Francois. My name is Brandon Ivan Pena, and we sell tres leches, and we sell dulce de leche, and we sell coquito, and horchata, and flan, latte. That's what we have. That's what we are. That's what we sell empanadas. And we're very proud of our heritage and what we stand for. And we're an American Puerto Rican company, and we will support products made here, backs printed here, because that's what we do. That's why we work with companies that are doing things in the U.S.
You had me at dulce de leche.
Dulce de leche.
Yeah, that's where you had me. What did I miss today? What is something that you came to the show that if you could you got that minute at the booth and someone's just kind of passing by and they don't seem to, what's the message you give them as they decide to move on to the next thing that's going to stick with them after the show?
Great question. Okay, so what do we bring? We bring, as you can see, passion. We bring energy. We believe coffee is a source of happiness. It increases your dopamine. So we want to represent the Latino culture. We want to represent Puerto Rico. We do. This is the color of my skin. This is what we are. But we're also hustlers, and we make shit happen. We really do. So we are here for many reasons. One of them is branding. We're opening a coffee shop in Houston very soon, so it's part of our distribution channel. We're doing very well in El Paso. We are growing to 6 coffee shops. We have 4 open, 1 under construction, and 1 will start next month. So we are already in El Paso. This is going to be the port of entry for coffee for Mexico. So if we're already in El Paso, Texas, let's come to Houston. We think it's magic. We love Houston. There's a huge need for good coffee shops here, especially with such a huge medical district like the MD Anderson. A lot of people going through very tough times in their lives coming to the MD Anderson. So it's personal to us, it's emotional to us, and when I came to the MD Anderson, I needed a place to reconnect, and that's why 787 is coming here. And why are we here? We are here to brand. We are here to support coffee farmers that couldn't afford to have space here. So we invited 3 farmers from Puerto Rico that have a very small micro-lot coffee farm, and they're here serving their V60. And that's important to us to kind of be able to do for them what no one did for us. No government, no nothing. It's us and our work. And then because we need to learn, we have to evolve, we have to be active to continue to grow. Coffee's changing, the world is changing, there's always a disruptor. We see more AI than ever, so we want to see what's happening, and we want to bring and simplify the processes that we have in place to continue to grow and continue to take 787 to the next level.
One of the things I just want to follow up on is you mentioned the medical community, but also the people that are in need of that community. There's nobody that's going to watch this that doesn't know somebody that hasn't been through something. And so, let's just say, hey, if you're out there and you need help, reach out to somebody, to us, and maybe we don't know the right thing, but we will try, right?
Definitely.
Brandon, I can't thank you enough for being here. How can people find you if they're not here talking to you today? How can people in the world support what you're doing?
Thank you. Support a local company, for one. That's how you find me. Support a Puerto Rican company, support a Mexican, Colombian, Brazilian. There's so many hardworking people there as well. 787 Coffee, Instagram and Facebook, and 787coffee.com. Me, I am Brandon. But it's fun. Thank you for doing this as well for us and giving us a platform to present and to speak and to tell our story. I think coffee and local coffee companies, it's a beautiful community. We see it here. Everyone's so friendly. Everyone's so willing to give you compliments. And I don't feel like the competitiveness or the competition if I do it better than you. It's like, how do you do it? And this is how I do it. And how do we collaborate and we help each other? And I think that's what I love about coffee. It's really a community. It's beautiful to see.
I think the thing that to extend on that I love is that I get to meet people like you, and all kinds of people with all different stories every day, all day. Every person on this floor is going to have something
Definitely.
share, and I think that's amazing.
For appreciate the cup of coffee. That's my last message. I think appreciate the many hours that go into picking up, hand picking, not machines, no AI.
I do not take coffee for granted. That's a big thing that I've learned over the years. Is like, who knows how long we're going to be able to buy $5, $6, $7 cups of coffee if you're buying good coffee. As long as you have it, it doesn't mean that you're guaranteed. Yeah. Nothing is guaranteed, and Maria taught you that. And,
yes.
Certainly lessons in my life have taught me that. Brandon, thank you for joining Coffee People.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for doing this. Appreciate it. I enjoyed it.
I feel like I want to give you a hug.
Let's do it. Why not?
I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sliding into your screen is not just any coffee bag. It's a Roastar coffee bag. Don't need thousands. Personalized just 25 in Roastar's Design Lab. No design experience needed. Choose a pattern, add your logo and text, or create something memorable with AI. Being made in the Midwest, you can expect it on your doorstep in no time. Now that was smooth.